What's up, traders? I didn't have a clear breakout yesterday, so we're gonna look at the analysis again. So I'm here with Aussie. Let me show you something here. You probably know about this if you have looked at the bigger picture. You see price is in an uptrend on the weekly on the Aussie. We could draw an upper line, is not needed right now, so I'm not going to do that. But what we can see is some breakouts from previous patterns here. So we got one breakout here, we got another one here. So we got these, and so what we could expect is another similar breakout and then continuation, right? Or this time perhaps price falls back to the trend line, maybe even breaks it. So those are the two possibilities. Of course, there are more. It could just go sideways for that matter. Looking at the previous patterns, those are the most likely ones. So either a breakout up, continuation just like before, and then you can see the last time we zoom in, you can see it was bullish for several weeks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even here after the bounce, pretty bullish. Here as well, so each time it came down here to this level. Now if we adjust the trend line a little bit to these levels, we see it didn't complete the touch here. So what I'm thinking right now is that it could come back down again, touch this and then break out and continue, or it could just break out and continue already. Those are the things that can happen. So if we go down to the daily charts, now we see that if we adjust our lower line first, we can see how far away it is, the ones we drew on the weekly. So we zoom out and try to adjust that line so if we adjust to these two, still far away. So I want to adjust it to the most recent prices here instead of going so far back, so we get the most accurate sentiment of the market. So we got these two, 1, 2 very big support levels. We could adjust these two as well, or these two, but then you see it goes a little bit further back. So let's stick with this one now. So what could happen is indeed a drop down to this level and then a bounce or a breakdown. So this is what could happen. So keep these on your charts, draw this trend line and draw this trend line. We can see, why do I have this one? You got one peak, two, third one, and now price is struggling. So if we zoom back in, we see we had a huge pin bar. Now this is why I don't just trade candlestick patterns. We got a nice pin bar, but still price has been going up. You can see this entire day yesterday it was going up and closed above the pin bar. So if you had entered after the pin bar closed, it closed here, you would be completely out of the money. So that's why I don't trade pin bars alone. You have to look for the breakouts, and then if you move down to the 4-hour charts and zoom out, now we see the previous patterns here from the previous breakouts. You got a breakout in this area. You can see bounce, 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 and then it came and it didn't bounce, broke. And that's the signal to trade. So we can copy this for ourselves here. So we wait, so we get a complete breakout. In this case, you can see it was pretty much engulfing. It was a big candlestick, engulfed everything else. So in this case, if it just closes here, it could still bounce. So be careful. You want it to preferably close below this level, below the previous candlesticks here, so that the support is also broken, not just the trend line, because this trend line could be adjusted here. So if you want to be on the safe side, maybe you could even adjust it here, so that when it closes below this level, then you would know that price is not trending. But still, you can see, still struggle, just going up and down, but the upper trend line is not broken, and this support resistance level here, horizontal line, is not broken either. So if you want to short it, just repeat these patterns from previous cases. You can see another breakout in this level here. See that? Bounce, bounce, became resistance, bounced, broke out. So you could have actually caught this breakout using this line instead. It would have given you the signal faster. So we could be clever and try to mimic that here as well. Let's see if that works for us or just goes further away. So in this case, you see it doesn't really differ from the line we have, right? So use this to trade down if it breaks down. If it breaks up, then it's most likely, from what we know from the weekly charts, to continue the weekly patterns. But since the bullish channel is weekly, I would prefer to wait for a daily candle to close above this level. I don't want just something to shoot up and then come down, another pin bar, and then close down. So I would prefer daily candlestick closing here. And then again, you can use the previous pattern. Just look back, see what happened. So we had similar patterns before. So let me zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at this level. You got the pin bar, price went up, didn't break. And look at here, we had a pin bar similar to this one, pretty much same size even. So we had the pin bar, but price dropped down, touched the lower trend line. This is the weekly trend line, and then it broke out. Look how strongly it broke out. You got a nice huge candle daily closing above this trend level, and then it broke the previous high, which was this level. So you can see it came up, struggled a little bit, but boom, broke out. So you could use these patterns. So this is what we want to do. We want a clear daily candle closing above, knowing that the weekly channel, the bullish channel, has started again. And like I said, it's completely possible that price goes back down again to this level. So right now we do pretty much have a channel here. So if price moves down, what happens if it breaks here? If it breaks here, I would just keep extending my line. I would extend that. Maybe I adjust it to this latest bounce here. So if it comes down, if it breaks, it could go all the way down towards this level. So of course, as always, there are many levels. It could be engaging in support here and then bounce back. But that's the long term. For long term, if it comes down, I'm talking about this level. If it's broken, it could go down all the way here. So we don't need those right now. All we have to care about is these two lines, either a clear breakout here or a breakout here, just like before. And then you can see the patterns. It fell for a few days, so this time it could fall all the way down and reach the weekly trend line. So let me redraw that for you. So keep those on your charts, and this could be a good signal to trade. So that's one of the assets I'm currently monitoring. Another two are these two, Kiwi and Loonie, or USD CAD. So it's back again. We're visiting the support, which I'm going to adjust now. I'm going to grab this line. Oh, look here, I had it here because this is where it bounced from last time. I shorted it, I got out in this level here. So now that it's down there for the third time, we can see that we could adjust this to the latest price here. So this is why a support resistance line is not written in stone. You have to adjust it and change it where you see fit. So in this case, you see this is support, this is support, this is support. So no candle managed to close below, which means that that could be a deciding factor for the push down. So this is why these buyers are not allowing any candle to close there, and hence starting the push down. So they're keeping the price above this level. So as soon as the price gets here, buyers get in, push it back up. So what's going to happen? Could go back up, could go all the way back up, break this level, which means it's completely bullish then, because that's support, very strong support, and very strong resistance, as you can see, 1, 2, 3 times. Still no breach, and here as well. So we're gonna have to see. This time it looks a little bit weaker, because look at the previous times, came back down, almost immediately bounced. This time bounced a little bit, but then already back down. This candle even went below. So if we look at on the lower time frames, you even had a few candles closing below. And at the same time, the correlated currency, which is the kiwi here. So if we look at the kiwi here, we had a breakout. Remember, look at this, by the way, how similar this breakout is, or this pattern was going down, making lower highs, and then a breakout continuation, which is similar to this Aussie, which we're looking for. So we were pretty much looking for something like this, so we can go long on the Aussie. So anyway, these two are correlated, and you can see it's coming back towards where it broke from earlier. So if we adjust our line here as well, we could draw a trend line, and we could expect price to reach this level and then bounce. So if kiwi bounces up again after, if this level holds, and I'm not sure it will come down all the way here before it bounces, or if it bounces, but if it does go back up, that could mean the Canadian dollar could actually lose the fight here and continue down. So where are we trading? Regarding targets, I already mentioned some in the previous video, but here is one, for example, this support level here. So let me adjust this upper line. So we're waiting for this level to break here. And on the daily charts, we are waiting for the break. So this next level could be one target, and then after that to this target, and then all the way down to this trend line I just drew here on the daily. So now I just have to wait and see what happens. And let's just look at EURUSD as well. We see it's contained within these this flag pattern, you could call it. So pretty much support all the way from down here and resistance up here, and still on the weekly it is bullish, but like I said, it's confined in this area. So we want again a clear breakout out of this pattern, because you can see how it's been making lower highs here and slightly even sideways. So we would like a breakout in either direction. I don't like to trade this right now. On the lower time frames, it could be traded. As usual, you when it reaches a trend line, draw a line, then you wait to see get a breakout or not. But in this case, overall, you can see on the monthly still this level was tested. It's still bullish. So what I'm gonna wait for is a signal to go long. If I get it, that will be with the major trend. And in this case, on the CAD, like I said, I want to ride the trend down towards this level with these weekly bears that we see in the market. So this one I'm looking for sell signal. This one I'm looking for either a test here before the buy or a buy signal now, and this one preferably a buy signal if it breaks up. Now of course opposite could always happen, so you have to monitor. This is why we don't want to jump in right now, so you have to be patient. So I didn't actually get any trade yesterday. I didn't get a clear breakout. You see USD/JPY just kept going sideways, making indecision here, indecisive candles. You see the dojis, so not much happened. Not a clear strong breakout, so we just have to wait. And now we have the setups. Now when you have a plan, it's going to be easier to wait for it, because you have a plan, you know what you're going to do. So you just monitor this, and you can do something else while you do that. Update your trading diary, or watch more price action videos, or your favorite TV show. So tune in tomorrow, guys, for the webinar. We're going to talk about how we can do better at providing you trading education. So hopefully I see you tomorrow. It's 14 GMT, 14 GMT. So hopefully I see you there. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.